From the very beginning, baptism has been understood as a sacrament. Historically, it has been called a holy mystery, which means that it actually accomplishes something for man's well-being. It is not magical, meaning that it is not based on certain words and certain actions. It is not scientific, meaning that something physically tangible is not taking place, but it is the means by which one becomes part of the body of Christ. Christian tradition describes it as making one no longer part of the old Adam and coming to a new life in Jesus Christ. To put it most simply, it is the means by which one becomes a Christian. Baptism is something that is done to someone when he embraces Jesus Christ as the Messiah. In the baptism ritual, one turns away from a life of selfishness and worldly concern to a life that is focused on loving God, loving others, and pursuing holiness. There is a tangible, obvious change that takes place when one becomes part of the church. Because it is a sacrament, it is far more than a profession of faith. In baptism, one is not simply saying, "I believe in Jesus." A literal change takes place when one is no longer part of worldly thinking and behavior. It is to become part of the church, the body of Christ, and to be a different person. In the historic church, baptism is for the remission of sins. It is a cleansing of sins and a being united to Christ. In the same way that Jesus died and rose again, in baptism, the Christian dies to the old way of living and rises to a new life when he rises out of the baptismal water. As the Nicene Creed says, we acknowledge one baptism for the remission of sins. It is far more than symbolic. It is a literal spiritual transformation.